I want us to talk about this Mazda Demio diesel. This car feels like a muscle car if you compare it to the likes of Nissan Note and Toyota Vitz. It is a very beautiful car. The interior is well made, the suspensions are perfectly tuned for the Kenyan roads, and the car is a bit more advanced if you compare to the other cars in the class. Now, this is a high-grade Mazda Demio. Starting from the door, you can clearly see that it is a bit different from the regular ones. Starting from here, you have white leather finish over here, and the interior has a two-tone color, white finishing, black dashboard, and these maroon seats. So the car is actually a fully loaded Mazda Demio, or you can call it an XDL Mazda Demio. On the wheels, you notice that you have these original wheels from Mazda and larger tires, 16-inch tires. From the front, you get beautiful designs over here. We have the projector LED headlights, daytime running lights on this side, your turn signal, and on the lower side you have your LED fog light with a number of sensors on the front, a front facing camera, and of course you have a larger grille on this side. Now, diesel Mazdas have raised a lot of questions in the Kenyan market, but the answers are always very simple. You guys are using it for the wrong reasons. Now we have two Mazda Demios of this caliber. We have this Arctic Silver and we have black one. The only difference about these two cars is the color, Arctic Silver and black, but the interior quality is all the same. It's a carbon copy of one and the other. So we'll use this one because it's a bit brighter, so we'll capture a bit more of detail. Now this 2018 Mazda Demio diesel goes for 1.45 million shillings, and it is slightly negotiable. Now this car is pretty good. It has a 1.5 liter turbo diesel, which is married to a 6-speed automatic transmission, of which you have an optional 6-speed manual transmission, and the wheels and the power is sent to the front wheel, so you get a front wheel drive, and you can also get an all-wheel drive system. So the 1.5 liter turbo diesel gives you 105 horsepower and 250 newton meters of torque. There's no hatchback that gives you that kind of torque if you compare to the likes of Toyota Vitz, Nissan Note, Suzuki Swift. All those cars will not give you the kind of torque that you get in this Mazda Demio. Now the biggest question about the Mazda Demio is how reliable is it? What I can tell you is those of guys who have used these cars from Japan know how the car is. Here in the Kenyan market, we are using it for all the wrong reasons. Probably you are buying these cars because they are fully loaded, they have so many features, and those are some of the features that you are looking for, and we tend to overlook the main purpose of the vehicle. Now a car with a diesel engine is usually meant for heavy hauling, I can say heavy duty performance, and long distance travels at high speeds. If you want to survive a Mazda Demio, make sure it is a daily vehicle and you travel over long distances at high speeds. You can do that maybe twice in a week, or even every Sunday. Make it a routine. Every Sunday make sure umekanyage demo vizuri. The diesel Demios are meant to be traumatized. Do not babysit these cars, bana. They are meant to be bullied. Now let's start from the front. Let us see what we get on this unit. Starting from here, you have the full LED headlights. That's what most people are looking for. Full LED projector headlight, daytime running lights. The car actually looks beautiful. It makes the car look more modern. A number of sensors for added safety. Some of these things you don't get in the other cars, but the sensors are pretty standard in almost all the cars right now for safety purposes. LED fog lights. For the regular Demios, the petrol Demio, you won't get the fog lights over there unless it is the 1.5 liter fully loaded petrol Demio. On the front you have a beautiful emblem over there, front facing camera to ease your work when you are trying to park the car in tight spaces. Chrome finishing on that side, and of course the bumper looks the bonnet looks a bit large if you compare it to the other cars, and the car by itself looks a bit more sporty. On the side we have 16-inch tires, 16-inch alloys, and of course it comes with the original alloys from Mazda. Solid brake discs, large brake calipers over here, and you have your McPherson strut suspension with coil and springs with anti-roll bars to ensure that you get minimal body roll and good stability when you're driving this car, especially at high speeds. On the back side you have your torsion beam suspension system, which is pretty good. It's not the most comfortable, but for a car of this size, the torsion beam suspension system does the work perfectly. It is tuned for a car like this. It's kind of a performance unit, but it is what it is. Same size tires, same size alloys. The brakes that you get here at the back is the drum brakes. The ground clearance is not that bad. You get around 16 centimeters of ground clearance, which is good. You can handle the Kenyan roads without any challenges at all. Idle fin on top, brake light on the top side, wiper for the back side, LED LED tail lights, Sky Active D technology to show that it is a diesel. Of course, it is a Demio. You have your Mazda badging over there, a number of sensors, larger exhaust at the back, and of course you have this clean cut design on the rear bumper, and of course a rear facing camera right there. Let us check out the interior of this car. Let us see why people love the Mazda Demio over the other cars. Now, before we get into the interior of this Mazda Demio, this Demio gives you some decent fuel economy. You get up to 22 kilometers per liter of petrol on this Mazda Demio, so you get some efficient fuel economy. Now let us look at the interior of the car. Starting from the door, this is what you get. On the top side you have plastic finishing. All this other part is made up of plastic, but the most interesting part of the car is around this region here. You have beautiful leather. The quality of the leather is amazing, with some white stitches on them. So you get white leather with white stitches, chrome plated door handles, and of course you have these power door controls, which of course you have your controls for the side mirrors, and of course you can lock all the 4 doors from this side. The speaker sounds good, even though it's not the Bose speakers. They sound pretty good for a car like this. If you compare it to the Nissan Note and Toyota Vitz, those guys are way far behind than a Mazda. From the steering wheel, you have this leather steering wheel here, which has some beautiful stitches. You have controls for the infotainment system. It has paddle shifters on this side. Cruise control also is standard on a Mazda Demio diesel. Beautiful air vents, idling stop, lane departure assist, traction control, 360-degree view of the car, and you can arm all your sensors to ensure that when you're parking the car, your work is easy. Additional speakers on that side. You have your heads-up display here. Once you switch on the car, the display will go on. You have analog clusters. For the latest cars maybe you'll get, but 2018-2019 model will still get your analog clusters. You have 87,000 kilometers mileage on this specific unit. Here at the center you have your horns, and also you get SRS airbags. The rest of the car looks amazing. The rest of the dashboard looks good. Look at this plastic finishing. In some other trims you get something like synthetic leather on this side, but on this car they decided to put this plastic finish. I love the rotary air vents over here. 6.5-inch infotainment system, which is pretty easy to control, and I think it's very straightforward. That's why I love Mazda. For the other cars you try to change the language to navigate through, but it is very hard. For Mazda it is straightforward. You have your push to start over there. You can adjust the steering wheel by pushing this lever, and then of course you can pull your steering wheel up, back, down to your preferred size. So yeah, it is easy in this Mazda Demio. Down here, this is where the ACs will show up, and then of course you have 2 buttons here to hit your seats, so you can hit the front 2 seats. There's no option to hit the steering wheel on this one, even though I thought it should be, but maybe that is on the higher trims. Centralized AC controls with these rotary controls here. It feels pretty good. I love the rotary controls. They're actually pretty good. As you move a bit to the lower side, you have your DVD slot, of which I don't think we still utilize those kind of features, but it is there. Your SD card slots on this side, 2 USB slots, auxiliary output, and a 12-volt output to charge larger accessories. On this side you have your leather finishing over here. If your knees are a bit long, you can rest them there. The center console houses this gear shifter for your 6-speed automatic transmission, and this being a diesel, you don't get the sports dedicated button. Controls for the infotainment system. I love the design that you get here. All the controls are centralized right there, just next to your hands, and of course you also have rotary controls to navigate through, and also you have this rotary control for your buttons. Manual handbrake, which is pretty good, with some nice leather finishing on it and beautiful stitches, 2 cup holders, and additional storage space. The front passenger seat, just like the driver's seat, is manually adjustable with maroon finishing and some amazing fabric over here. Look at the texture of the fabric. Amazing design by Mazda. That's why I love Mazda. So it is the same seat that I'm sitting at, manually adjustable. Dashboard looks good. Your hazard button over here, glove compartment, and actually you can see it looks a bit large. And of course the front passenger door, which has the same controls as the driver's door minus all the other power door controls. LED lighting for the interior, which is pretty good. Analog rear view mirror, which is okay. I think this is fine. And yeah, that's all about the front of this Mazda Demio. Let us check out the back side. Yeah, so this is the back side. Black plastic finishing, leather armrest over here with some beautiful finish, power door control, chrome plated door handle, large speaker, and you get this design here at the back. Look at this, look at how large it is. It looks pretty comfortable. No armrest over there, but the quality of the material you're getting here is top quality. So the driver's seat is pushed all the way to the back, and I can still sit inside here. For the front seat passenger, it's I think it's a bit more balanced. So let us sit on this side and see if it is practical. All right, so as you can see that it feels pretty amazing. It is good. I have no complaints about it, unless if you are tall, you'll have to ask the front passenger to push their seats a bit to the front. So if you're sitting at the back, this is what you'll get to look at on the front side. So according to me, the Mazda Demio looks pretty comfortable. It also feels pretty comfortable, and I would say Mazda Demio is value for money. Now if you have some luggage that you need to carry, don't worry about that. Mazda Demio has some large space. Look at this, you have some decent spacing here at the back to carry all your luggage. So on this side is what you get. All your spares are here, your compressor, your wheel jack, your towing hook, all are available here at the back. So it is a decent vehicle, and of course you can fold the rear seats to ensure that you get maximum space for your activities. Now we said we have two Mazda Demio diesels, and same configuration, same design. The only difference is the color of the exterior. So you can go for this one, or you can go for this Mazda Demio diesel. It is actually pretty good. Same exact features as the other Mazda Demio. Look at the front side, amazing unit. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, because we do this on a daily basis. Now before you buy a Mazda Demio, you have to consider a few things. Do you need a diesel Demio? If you don't need it, don't buy it. If you need it, yes, you still have to consider a few things. Are you a long distance traveler? Do you love driving your car faster? And would you have a problem with the maintenance? Because those are some of the things that you need to. If you're going to buy the Mazda Demio diesel, make sure you use that car properly. Long distance travel, if you have the ability, high speeds, and also make sure you do DPF cleaning. Make sure you clean your DPF. Some people do DPF delete, of which according to me, I don't think that is the right thing to do. You might be compromising on some of the things that were put there to serve the vehicle, and also you're exposing the environment to harmful gases. All right, and also another third thing is that make sure you use the correct type of fuel. If you get diesel, make sure it is the premium quality diesel. Usije tu katumia mafuta ya kawaida, because you'll need to change your injectors after some time and all that. Another thing that you need to do is a Mazda Demio diesel comes with a turbo, so make sure you do regular checkup on your turbos, on your fuel injectors. Clean them when necessary. Do not wait until your car gives you all those sensors for you to change them. All right, and yeah, if you love spirited driving, you can try out a Mazda Demio diesel. 105 horsepower, 245 Newton meters of torque is decent torque. You get even some decent torque than this than this Honda Vezel. So guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next video.